The floodwaters of Lismore rushed downstream towards Ballina. 76-year-old Tim Harris was woken by a text message at 3 in the morning, warning him he had just 4 hours to pack up and head for higher ground.
When you're standing there and there's a pile of stuff, you don't know what to take, so I took my bird. First thing, I put him in a travel cage, loaded him in the car, then went back into the living room, and without even thinking, when I realised this later, I put my computer up high, I put my mats on the floor, I put them up on a bed, and I thought, oh, the water won't come here. Never had done it before. I was wrong.
Tim is one of thousands left homeless and relying on the charity of friends.
Generosity, I've never seen anything like it. I've never felt anything like it.
But he's unable to depend on any support from government authorities.
I called the Government of Australia via Centrelink. I had a number from a man at, I'm not even sure, but it was the support number. I called him, he asked me who I was. I told him, I read from my little card. He said, yes, you are who you are. I'll now transfer you to someone who can really help you. And I said, oh, thank you, Dave. He said, no problem. Good luck, Tim. I said, thank you. And then the phone immediately went dead. And I'd waited 45 minutes for that phone call, so rather than call again for 45 minutes, I just stopped and got on with my life.
Distressing, but not surprising for Lismore resident Richard Trevan, who produced a video submission for a Royal Commission, warning that severe flooding would be repeated after the town was last hit in 2017.
And we very quickly discovered that it was the management of the flood which caused the problem, not the actual floodwaters themselves. I don't want to see my community just take hit after hit with no way out.
A submission by his group to the Natural Disaster Royal Commission revealed the very experienced Lismore City SES intelligence team was sidelined. Critical decision-making deprived community of vital local knowledge, and they said years of experience and flood knowledge can't be matched by centralised organisation. The video told how Lismore had suffered 91 floods since 1870.
The Lismore and Richmond Tweed catchment area have a long and proud history of flood management.
That management gave locals the chance to protect their belongings, lives and livelihoods by using a network of trusted rain gauge readers, making the most of local emergency services volunteers, constant communication with the Weather Bureau in Sydney and Brisbane before all that information was funnelled into regular and reliable radio station broadcasts.
This game is all about timing and measure, and if you get the timing wrong and if you get the measure wrong, it's over. If the citizens of Lismore had not gotten into their tinnies and gone to risk their lives, the death toll would be unimaginable.
The submission said change could only happen if the federal and state governments established a formal agreement in relation to structure, responsibilities and coordination, devoid of personality and ego, citing there's a major cultural issue and territorial battles within and between agencies in New South Wales that impedes effective emergency management. But lawyers representing New South Wales tried to convince the Royal Commission not to be influenced by Richard's thoroughly researched video evidence.
There have been issues raised by a number of the parties with the leave to appear that some of the videos contain material which is perhaps understandably, given community members' testimony, makes criticism of agencies. It would be conventional in our experience for the Commission to make clear that that testimony, which will not be capable of being tested, will not be the subject of any adverse finding by the Commission. I'm instructed that in relation to one of the video testimonies which was proposed to be played, there are matters asserted in relation to New South Wales state agencies which a review of documents suggests may not be entirely correct.
This didn't surprise the Lismore locals, testifying they had already been marginalised in their frustrated attempts to work with SES headquarters, claiming those trying to solve obvious defects were branded as troublemakers to be ignored.
The thing that just gets me, it eats me alive, is I spent 5 years of my life trying to highlight the problems within the system.
and he's convinced his group's evidence did sway the Royal Commission, which found in October 2020 there's considerable room for improvement in the existing emergency information and warning systems across Australia. Systems and processes need to be changed, it said, changed as a matter of some urgency. But not urgent enough for Tim Harris and so many more with nowhere to live now in the Northern Rivers. In Lismore, Adam Walters, Sky News.